Right, this is simple solution number 35. Number 1, I want you to list the first 5 multiples of 2. Number multiples are just your skip counts, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or if you started with 0, I will count that as well. All right, number 2 is 187 times 4. You must use the distributive property. So first break down your number and then multiply each one by 4. So it's 400, 320, 28, which would be 8 ones, 4 tens, 7 hundreds. 748 is your product. All right, number 3, if the angle P is a right angle, what is the measure of Q? So what you need to know here is that if this angle is a right angle, this whole thing is 90 degrees. So with that being 90 degrees, out of the 90, you know 75. You can use subtraction to figure out that Q is going to be 15 degrees. Check if you got that. All right, number 4, we are adding two 6-digit numbers. All right, 8, 9, 11, 7, 12, 827,198. All right, number 5. It took Junior 46 minutes to mow his front yard. It took him 1 hour and 17 minutes to mow the backyard. How many more minutes did it take Junior to mow the backyard than the front yard? All right, well, first off, we have 1 hour and 17 minutes for 1 yard, and then 46 minutes for another yard. But what happens here, as we've learned with conversions, is that you cannot do anything until everything is in the same unit. So 46 minutes isn't enough to make an hour, so let's make an hour 60 minutes. So if we do an hour for 60 minutes, the backyard will be 77 minutes. But the question says, how many more minutes did it take Junior to mow the backyard than the front yard? I hope you're thinking subtraction for 31 minutes. All right, number 6 is also subtraction, definitely with some regrouping. For 444. That's a cool answer. All right, number 7, I can already tell you this is a right angle because of that right there. All right, number 8, write and solve a number for 5 tripled. So 5 tripled is 5 times 3, or 5 3 times, but for both answers being 15. All right, number 9, write that in expanded form. You should have filled in 6,901 to get that correct. All right, number 10, this is just comparing. It's less than, the hundreds place is changing. All right, number 11, blank are formed whenever 2 rays share a common endpoint. I sure hope you put angles. Angles are formed whenever 2 rays share an endpoint. All right, so we have 3,096 in words. Oh, I probably shouldn't type that. All right, so 3, 1,000, comma. Let me fix that. 3,000, comma, 96, using words. All right, 13 is fractions, but look at the denominators first. They are exactly the same, so all you have to do is look at the numerator. Well, 11 is greater than 9, so you'd use a greater than symbol. You can only do this when the denominators are exactly the same. All right, number 14, an angle that is greater than 90 degrees is called a blank angle. This is an obtuse angle. All right, 15, Darius wants to finish a 5-part race in 50 seconds or less. His times for the first 4 parts are 93 seconds, 102 seconds, 107 seconds, and 98 seconds. Write an equation to show the time Darius must achieve to finish the race in 50 seconds. Use X to represent the unknown time. So I should have read that first, but I know that he needs to be 500 in a 5-part race, where I first got 93, 102, 107, and 98 as the first 4, but what you don't know is X. Okay, so there's your equation. All the numbers added together set up equal to 500. Now if you went as far as finding what that answer is, so if you add 93, 102, 107, and 98, you should get 400. Okay, which means X would have to be 1,000 seconds. So that 5-part race he has to do in 100 seconds or less.